Hello, and welcome to our final segment of chair yoga. This is our 9th session of the 9 series, and this is going to be a nice, simple, relaxing class to end this series. It's also going to work great as a warm-up or a closing to any of the other videos, so you can kind of link them together and build your own practice. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and come to our seated position here. Make yourself comfortable, and we're going to bring our focus in. Just taking that awareness, letting your body take in all the things we're about to do today. Think about all the things you've learned through this series, stretches you may have found that you enjoy. You may be having less aches and pains, and you may want to continue adding yoga to your life. You may have had mental or emotional breakthroughs, so take a moment to honor yourself for showing up and for taking this time just for you. Zero in on your breathing. Notice it flowing. See if you can't enhance that inhale and exhale. It's making them move a little deeper than normal. With your next inhale, I would invite you to reach those arms up shoulder level, palms facing down, and just reach those fingertips out from the shoulders. Let's create some arm circles going in one direction. And those circles may grow as you're moving. It's working into that shoulder joint. And depending on how much room you have around you, you may enlarge those circles. We'll prepare to wrap it up in this direction. You may want to rest the arms. Remember which way you were going. Arms back to position as we circle the opposite way. Starting small and building up. Just working that range of motion in the shoulders. One more time around. Go ahead and relax the arms again. Let's bring those hands into prayer. We're going to inhale, reach those arms up overhead. This time as you exhale, I want you to drop the prayer hands back behind your head. So keep those elbows tucked in next to the ears, and the hands drop down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands drop. You're working your tricep muscles here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more time down. And let's release the arms. Go ahead and roll those shoulders out. Go the other way if you haven't already. Bring those hands back to prayer. I want you to interlace your fingers. Turn the knuckles towards the heart, palms facing out towards me, and then push out. You may want to round the back, drop the head down. Inhale, pull the hands in. Exhale, and push them out and around. Inhale, palms in, sitting tall. Exhale, pushing out. One more time, inhale. One last time, push out as you exhale. This time as you inhale, reach those arms up overhead, little back bend. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, all the way up again. Pushing them back behind you as you exhale down. One more time up. Exhale and release the arms. From here, we're going to focus on the feet a little bit. So you may need to move forward on your chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift the heels. So we're just lifting up on the toes. I would invite you to walk the toes back under your chair a little bit. And really think about lifting the heels up and down. And just massaging into the feet a little bit, working into the toe joints. Our feet take a real beating every day if you're on your feet or do a lot of walking. So they need a little extra love. One more time, heels up. Now I want you to curl the toes under. If that doesn't feel right for you, feel free to avoid this one. We're just stretching that joint in the opposite way. We're creating a little bit of a constriction here, so the blood may pinch off, not entirely, but a little bit. And when we release it, it's going to flood back through, which can help to open things up and move any bad stuff out of the way. So go ahead and release the toes. Moving back to a comfortable position in your chair. Just lift one of your feet up into your lap. And let's just massage the toes and the feet a little bit, squeezing it, rubbing it. You may want to pull each toe. I hear some cracking and popping. Anything that feels good. You may like to take your knuckles and kind of run them along that fascia on the bottom of your foot. And if you're someone who treats themselves to a pedicure often, then you know how nice this can feel, how it kind of regenerates you, refresh you. But if that's not in your budget or in your wheelhouse of something you desire, you can always just give yourself a little massage. Let's change sides. You don't have to do the same thing on each foot. Each foot might feel a little different. You may just want to tap it. You may just want to roll it. We'll play around with different ideas here. There's no right or wrong. Again, we're keeping range of motion by keeping those joints in the toes moving. Use it or lose it goes to the big joints and the little joints. Creating some massaging into the arch, into the heel, up along the toes. Again, anything that feels good. We're going to bring this to an end. So go ahead and release that foot back to the floor. I'm going to slide forward just a little bit. We're going to work on a little bit of a breath with a flow. So as we inhale, we're going to reach those arms up. As we exhale, we're folding forward over the legs. Inhale, we're reaching part way up. Exhaling back down. Inhale, reach those arms up and over. Exhale back down again. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling back down. Inhale, lifting up. This time at the top, we're going to side bend. We're going to go both ways, so it doesn't matter which way you went. Inhale through the center. Exhale the other way. Inhale to the top. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale back down. Inhale, reaching up. This time we're twisting. Go in one direction. Back to center. Exhale and twist the other way. Inhale back to start. Exhale and release. Inhale, scooping up. Exhale back down one more time. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths. On an inhale, reaching out and up. Let those hands come back down into prayer. One more time, we're going to extend those arms out from the shoulders. As you exhale, we're going to wrap the arms around. Give yourself a hug as you roll forward. Inhale, open up. Exhale, try to cross the arms the opposite one on top. Inhale and lift. Exchange the arms again. Opposite one on top. Open. And if you're working with me, we got one more on each side. And open. Release the hands. Bring yourself to a comfortable position. We're going to close out the session with a nice little quiet meditation. I would invite you, if you choose, to place the hands on the heart, just to connect with yourself. Yoga is intended to bring together your mind, your body, and your spirit. So it's uniting the three to let you be in connection with all areas of yourself, so you can work in unity. I would invite you to close your eyes here. If you get tired of having the hands on your heart at any time, go ahead and release them into your lap. I would invite you to have palms facing up again so you're in receiving mode, staying open to anything your intuition has to bring you today. If you have goals you're striving for, I would invite you to focus on them now. Those things that we put our energy into will be drawn to us. And I would invite you to continue focusing on your goals. Or if you're have what I like to call monkey mind and it's kind of jumping around all over the place, you may want to follow along with me just to give your brain something to keep it occupied while we stay here in receiving mode. So I would like you to think about love. Sending love out to the world. Whatever the world means to you, it might be the earth, maybe the universe, the galaxy, may extend all off into beyond places we don't even know. Start big. Send that love out. Listen, receive. See if anything's coming back to you. Now I would invite you to narrow that focus down to the earth, sending love to all creatures and beings that inhabit the earth with us, including Mother Nature herself. She's got quite the job. Us humans aren't as respectful as we could be. So send a little love to nature. Now let's narrow that focus again, bringing it down into your state, or maybe any and all states where you have loved ones residing. It could be here in the United States, it could be provinces or countries, or whatever area you're from. Sending love. And let's narrow that down to our specific city where we live, our own community. Think about ways you can show your love in action to your community. That may be volunteering, donating blood, helping a neighbor. There's endless ways to do that. Let's narrow that focus again, bringing that love to our immediate friends and family. That may be people still here on earth with us, and maybe ones that's crossed over. Love never dies. So feel those connections. And the most challenging is to bring that love inward. Show some love to yourself. Time may not allow it today, but I would invite you to this challenge. Write the alphabet down on a piece of paper. And then for each letter of the alphabet, find a positive word to describe yourself. For example, A, I am abundant. B, I am beautiful. C, I am creative. Etc., etc. It's a nice way to empower yourself and to send yourself some positive messages. So let all that love come inward. Learning to embrace you, the good, the bad, the ugly, all parts. Any of the parts you don't like, we can work to improve, or we can just let those parts of our personality drop away. Always working to be the better version of yourself We're not competing with anyone else. As you take this time to be, marinating in these final moments, continuing to enjoy this space here, and knowing that you can come back here at any time. Just follow your breath, follow your mind, follow your intuition. You can stay here as long as you like. There's no time limit. But I do want to thank you for joining me today and for this series. If you like what you saw, I would appreciate you subscribing. Turn on that bell for the notifications so you don't miss any future postings. Feel free to comment, like, make suggestions, give feedback. I appreciate it all. I love you. I'm glad you're here, and I thank you for coming. Namaste. I'll see you next time on Selena Says Stretch.